I bought my first home, moved out of New York City, and my life has completely changed. There are certain things that I thought I would do, feel, and think during this process, but it has been completely different than what I expected. I want to roll through 5 expectations that I had and tell you if they met reality.
In the middle, you go.
Ah, stop. I have cuts. I have more cuts. Number 1, which is about money. Money. I heard having a mortgage is cheaper than renting. Our New York City apartment is 900 square feet and it costs $6,000 a month. That's what they raised it to. Our mortgage with a 6,700 square foot house is $4,200 a month. I thought that sounded pretty good. Cool, we're saving like almost $2 grand. False. There's another cost associated on your mortgage, and that is your property taxes and insurance. Every month, that is $1,350 for us. If you do the math versus renting and buying, essentially we save $500 a month. It is cheaper, but I want it to be more cheaper, you know what I mean? Renovating this 6,700 square foot house would only take a month. I don't know what universe I was living in when I thought that was the case, because that is absolutely incorrect in every single way. In fact, you know, we moved in January 9th. It's now mid-February. We're still working on this house and it's nowhere near done. And it's just because everything has taken way longer than we anticipated it would. For example, we thought that we could knock down the wall in the attic, completely remove the carpeting, and essentially gut renovate it in one day. That took weeks. We were totally unprepared. We should have had face masks, we should have had protective gear. We were just ripping things off, and the whole time I was terrified, thinking I was gonna like get something in my eye. Ended up taking us about a week to properly do this, and we had Louis' little brother and his entire family working on the process. This house still needs a lot of fixing up, but we have made progress. And someday I will show you the progress. Number 3, I thought that we would be completely settled in our house within a month because Louis and I just can't deal with like living in clutter. And that has been totally false. Moving from a 900 square foot apartment to a 6,700 square foot house has positives and negatives. Like the positives are obvious, right? A lot more space, which is a huge positive. And that's like the main reason we did this. The negative of this, which I didn't really grasp, was that everything we owned fit in one room. So we've had to buy so much furniture, and furniture is so expensive. Like, tell me why just a garbage can, something that holds your garbage,
$20.
Wallpaper is absolutely astronomically expensive. So there's been a lot of learnings about furnishing a space of this size. For the first 2 weeks, for example, we actually didn't even have a bed. And then luckily our beautiful premium new Lull King mattress arrived. And that has been the best thing ever. And we didn't even have like a bed frame or anything else in the room. Like the room was just a mattress on the floor for 2 weeks. On the note of Lull though, I'm very impressed with them. Ever since I've been sleeping in that bed, I've had the best night's sleep ever. And they have an amazing guarantee because I'm always hesitant with mattresses. I'm always like, I don't want to be disappointed. Sleep is so important to me. I need to make sure I get my sleep. And they have a 365-day money back guarantee. So if you don't like it and you sleep in this bed 364 days, you can still return it and get a full refund. And I thought that was the coolest thing. But anyway, I'm getting off topic here. The bottom line is doing interior design for a space of this size is super overwhelming to someone that doesn't know how to do interior design like myself. So I reached out to my friend Sonia, who helped me design my New York City apartment, and luckily she has agreed to help us design this house as well. And so we had her over to kind of get an idea of what she wanted to do and what she was envisioning.
I love it already. It looks beautiful from outside.
Thanks.
The light of this, the warmth versus the warmth of the other accent lights. Do you see how that's yellow and this is white?
Yeah.
At night, this is going to make it look not so nice. So we have to keep it uniform. All the temperatures have to be uniform. Sarah, I think this is going to be a beautiful space for you to shoot your videos to.
Oh yeah.
This is a perfect studio. This could be a really nice home theater.
Overall, what are your thoughts?
Two big things which I was really concerned about are done, which was walls and floors. The space is a lot bigger than what I thought this was. So there's much more potential than what I thought there was.
Potential, that's the word we're going with. Number 4, living in a house feels quite suburban. I expected this, and I didn't know if this was gonna be true. I was hoping it wasn't, but the reality is it does feel really suburban, and I'm kind of okay with it. I thought I'd be like hating it, and I don't hate it, so that's good. The main difference I think with this suburban note is that I feel so adult. Like in New York City, you know, New York City is like super youthful. There's always like this energy around, you know, like you're always like going out and doing nightlife and going to all these like cool upcoming events, and everyone's super fashionable. And it's just like so different in suburban environment. I'm just not used to the lack of diversity. I'm not used to like the ages of people. Everyone's older than New York at least. What I really loved about living in New York was that I could just step outside my door and all of the things I wanted to do was accessible. Now, when I step outside my door, what's there? You hear that? It's nothing. Nothing. It's just silence. I feel like I've aged like 10 years. I have like a pair of binoculars, so if I see something in the woods, like a deer, I'll be like, oh, let me look at that deer. It's just like, I like don't love the fact that in order to get to the supermarket, I have to drive 10 minutes. I can't just step outside my apartment and have like a bodega right there, you know? So learning to drive, I can do it now. So watch out, I'm on the road. Number 5, I'm going to miss New York City. Shockingly, I don't miss New York City yet. And we have been living here for a little bit over a month, which really shocks me. I thought it would be the most jarring, terrible, traumatizing thing not living in New York City. And I think because we've been so busy with renovations, interior design, and just work that we haven't even gotten a chance to miss New York yet, and that's just because like we're so busy. However, I really wonder if I will ever actually truly miss living in New York City because we don't live that far away. Like we can easily go on a day trip and come back. It doesn't feel as jarring as I thought it would living in a suburban area. So in the end, I still think buying a home is just a smart financial decision if you choose wisely. It's also smart in the long run. I'm excited to show you all our renovations once we have any room completed. Hopefully that will be soon, and then it will be really cool. And here's the construction again. Oh, it's so beautiful. So stay tuned for our transformation, and I will talk to you very soon.